Hello, my name is Rohan Joshi, and I've taken the course CS 5610 under Professor Jose Alenziato. And the name of my project is called Collaborative Editor, and I'm going to show you what it is about now. So this is the home screen, the landing page of the project. I've tried to stick to the material design guidelines where everything is clean and the colors are bright and contrasting, and only the information that is necessary is presented to the user. Upon coming to the home screen, you can just click what is this to get to know what the collaborative editor does. So the collaborative editor is basically an editor where a team can share documents in real time. They can edit the documents and work on it collaboratively. Do you need to register to use this? Yes, you do need to register for an account as the collaborative editor. And the collaborative editor uses Firebase as the backend API. What we have here is two screens, two different browsers. To mimic that, I've opened one in the incognito mode and one in normal mode. So let us go ahead and register for a new user. The first type of user that we are going to register is the manager or the team leader. The most important fields during the registration process are the email, the join as, and the manager email ID. To indicate that these are important, I have just put some icons here which you can click to get more information. So we want to register Bob as the manager. So we will type in manager. And since Bob is the manager, he's going to enter his own email ID. You can now go ahead and click register. Just log Bob in. So now Bob is the manager, and hence you can see this admin logo. Right now there is nobody under Bob, so Bob cannot see anybody. That is soon going to change. Here, let us start with another user. And this is a user who will be under Bob, where Bob is the manager. And the user that we're now going to create will be in the same team as Bob, but under Bob as a user. So Bob is the manager, and this is the user under Bob. So let us go ahead and type user. This is a very important step. So basically now Alice is under Bob, so she's just going to enter Bob's email ID. Let's go ahead and click register. Now Alice is logged in. Alice is not a manager, so she cannot see the admin logo. However, we now have Alice under Bob. So Bob can now see Alice, and Bob can edit whatever he wants about Alice. Let us go ahead and describe that functionality first. So the original password of Alice was Alice. Now let us change that to something different. Let us call the new password test. And that changed Alice's password. Trying to log in Alice with the new password that Bob has just made for her. And she can log in. Let us now dive into the editor. This is the heart of the project. So assuming Alice wants to start a meeting, Alice can just go ahead and click start a meeting button. Here there is a pop-up. So let us just this. All right, so Alice is in the editor mode. So let us now fetch so Alice basically wants to share this particular URL, this secret URL, with Bob. So let us fetch the URL, go back to the profile window, and invite Bob. As you can see, Bob is already in her user list. We just paste this link, and the message is sent. Let's see if Bob has received the message. Yes, he has. We click on this. Bob goes into the same editor as Alice. We name it Bob. You see now there are two different users in the editor. Alice and Bob, both of them are there. Let's say Alice is starting a document. Now, if Bob feels, hey, this should be content, but reflected in both the editors. Additionally, you can also change the font. It gets reflected. You can use the default shortcuts like Control B to make it bold. Change the text color. Add points. All of the other things that we so wish to do. Let's say that Alice wants to save this particular editor and wants to come back to it later. Just go back, save this editor where you paste the URL again. Let's name this editor. Get a toast saying the editor has been saved. Let's see if it has been saved. Yes, sure enough, it has been saved. Alice can now delete this editor if she wants to. Let's say Alice is done with the meeting. Alice left. Now, if Bob feels that he wants to download all of this onto his local file system, onto his local hard drive, he can do that. However, the download will only be in a text format. All he has to do is click this button right here, and he can just say whatever he wants. He can name the file test with Alice. You can save it. It has been saved. Another functionality is you can edit your profile information. So if Alice chooses to edit her profile information, let's say she wants to give herself a first name, well, she can do that too. And now Alice has a first name. If you see, Alice has a first name. If you feel that these instructions need to be reviewed once again, you can just click see instructions, where there is a detailed documentation of whatever you might need, whatever test cases I feel. You can read all about that here. Let's say Bob wants to delete Alice, because maybe, Alice left the job or something. All Bob can do is just go here and click on the delete button. However, these changes cannot be undone since there is a warning message here that says the changes cannot be undone. Also, there is a clear selection button where Bob wants to edit Alice's username and password, but he doesn't. He suddenly decides not to. He can just safely clear all of it to ensure nothing touches the credentials. And if Bob wants to delete Alice, he can just click on delete. The user Alice is now gone. There is no Alice anymore. If we try and log in with Alice, it should not let us log in with Alice. Let us now register Dan under Bob to showcase the search functionality. If you need to know what email is, there is information. Who's a user under Bob? You don't know what to type. There is information. And you don't know what to type over here. There is information here as well. It is safe to assume that in a team hierarchy, a user knows his manager's email ID. Great. If we go to the admin page for Bob, you can now see Dan. Let's say Dan wants to search, assuming there are more than 5 or 6 or 7 users and they cannot fit into this mold here. He has to scroll. All he has to do is type the email ID of the person he wants to search in his team and click search. Sure enough, we can see Bob here. And then he can send a message to Bob. Dan also has the ability to edit his profile information. So does Bob. And that's it. That's my project. Thank you so much.